We've got an absolute baking heat today, 33 degrees at the moment, and it's forecast to get up to 37 this afternoon, possibly up to 40. So what better thing to do than go for a bike ride? So we're on absolutely silly temperatures today. Today we're expecting the hottest day of the year possibly. Just leaving home. The thermometer was on 35 in the shade. I've got a little onboard computer on the bike and that's reading 39.8 degrees at the moment. And it's unbelievable. I'm walking along and the heat's belting up from the street onto my face. It's like driving in a big Italian bread oven. Red hot. I don't know if you can see how hot it looks. I'm going to ride down to the bank here because they've got a thermometer outside and have a look what it is at. According to the new speedo, we're doing 27 kilometers an hour. So that you can possibly see that thing up there. 37 degrees. And it's 3 o'clock. And the high point of the temperature is about 5 o'clock, I'd say, 4 o'clock. So I think we're going to top 40 today, no problem. That's 40 in the shade. Onboard computer says 41.7 now. That's in the sun. Still 37 in the shade. It's quite hot. That's hotter than body temperature then. It's hard to cool down. Show you this little stream here. Isn't that beautiful? I think I could lay in there now, no problem. So this bike's turning into a portable studio almost now. Reminds me I better check the sound. So speed 30 kilometers an hour. Temperature 43.1. It's not funny temperatures. Oh man, it's hot here. There's 44 on my onboard computer. I'm going to get in the shade for a bit. Bit wobbly here, sorry about that. Even here in the forest it's unbearable. So this is going to be an extremely short bike ride, I'm afraid, because you know, if you're an old codger like me, you gotta watch out when you get up to these temperatures. go in there for a swim. It looks like something's going on here today. So that's the Landerlin Church, old abbey church. I've just got some water in there from the spring. But it's too hot. On the old bike computer, we've got a 44.3 degrees at the moment. I had a mission rethink. I'm going back home. This is a bit too much. I've only come a little way and I'm so hot that I can't cool down. I just went down to the little beck, but it's all dried up, so I'm going to make my way back home because this is just beyond a joke. On the onboard computer it says 43.7, so I don't know what that is in the shade, but at least 38 I reckon. And once you start getting in temperatures above body heat, and strange thing happen. And maybe I am a bit of a masochist like Laurence of Olivier. I don't want to kill myself just yet. I see the sweat streaming off of me. I think I've done enough Richard Burtons. I think I've done enough Richard Burtons now. It's too sissy boy. The next one to move on to is Peter O'Toole, I think. Another drunken Leeds lad. Oh, what a wonderful day it is for a bike ride. I have to get his voice off though. But all these chaps, figures that I do, Dipsomonychus, Burton, O'Toole, they're all tenuously related, and the way they're related is Robert Graves wrote I Claudius, which is what Dipsomonychus is based on, and Robert Graves was a good friend of T.H. Lawrence, who was the Lawrence of Arabia guy. He was a bit of a self-flagellator, so a masochist. Had to get people to beat him all the time. His mum used to beat him when I was a kid. Funny those old Etonians, aren't they? As I say, I'm making my way home now, trying to stay in the shade because the heat on the streets is unbelievable. It's just rebounding off the ground as well, straight back into your face. So I'll go this way because it's in the shade relatively, even though it's a bit up and down. Yeah, so all this stuff that I do on YouTube, these lot of impersonation type things, they've all got a common thread running through them. They're not as mad as you think they might be. They're all distantly related, distantly connected. And that's because I love reading history books, and mostly these are kind of chaps out of history, really. Also, Robert Graves wrote a lot of books about Greek myths and explaining them. There's his Claudius books. Well, on the thermometer we've got 39.8 here. That's a bit of a change from 44 on the main road. I don't know how they do the Tour de France, south of France, when you're driving down there. Or tour of Italy and the temperatures. Unbelievable. Another factor in this heat as well. You just can't carry enough fluid. I've been out for about half an hour. I've done a litre of grapefruit and water juice. I've just filled up the bottle at that little spring, and that's nearly gone now. So I've got to head home really. Yeah, you've got to draw the limit sometimes. Know thy limits, know thyself, as Plato said. That's why I'm just ambling along now at 10 kilometres an hour. I just don't want to get too hot. I think I'm a sissy, but maybe I am. And there's a very high humidity as well today, so that makes it even worse. So I'm sorry this is a bit of a boring bike video. Oh, I think there's a little spring there I can put my head under it. Hope it's working. That music you could just hear was a little party going on at one of those huts. By the sound of the music, sounds like a load of East Europeans, Russians probably. Onboard computer says 41.2. Funny the junk you've got laying around in the house, isn't it? I was Scott looking in the drawer for something else, and I found that little bike computer in there. I can't remember buying it. I must have bought it one day in Lidl or Aldi and forgot all about it. And I just saw it in there today and thought, oh, I'll fix it on, why not? See if it works. And I've got a feeling it feels quite accurate, the speed. Well, when I walk with the bike, it registers 5 kilometres an hour, which is about walking speed. I don't know about the temperature thing on it though, that seems a bit off to me, it's a bit too much. It's saying 40.8 now. I don't know if you can see it from here, but that's looking over towards the Rhine Valley there. And it's like a big frying pan really. It's all surrounded by mountains, and it's a rift valley. And it's one of the biggest rift valleys in the world actually. I think the 5th biggest. And the heat just collects in it in summer. And it gets hotter and hotter as it builds up every day. And that's why you get these crazy temperatures on the Upper Rhine. And yeah, if you can see it on the camera there, probably won't pick up. You can just see the heat haze from here. And it's just like a big griddle. It's not really smog, but the hot air gets trapped in. And it just gets hotter and hotter. Hottest I've known it in this valley is, I think when we first moved here it got up to 39 once. But I've got a feeling it might top it today. Yeah, you never really think of Germany as a very hot country, but this little bit, this south bit of Germany, it touches on with Switzerland and France. It's got its own microclimate. And they call it I call it the California of Germany. So luckily it's pretty much downhill all the way home now, so I'm just taking it real slow and letting that wind cool me off. Be interesting to see on the footage if it looks hot. You never tell with cameras, so sometimes it can look cold even if it's red hot. Yeah, I thought I'd just make the video anyway today, because it's always nice doing a video when there's some kind of extreme, something extreme happening, like extreme storms, extreme temperatures, extreme idiocy, extreme whatever. Makes a video a tad more interesting. And this will probably be one of the hottest days of the year this year. So it's just nice to make the video, you know what I mean? The bike's getting quite kitted out now though with technical things. I've got a thermometer, a computer, a camera, the microphone, audio systems. All I need now is an ejector seat and I'm totally ready for everything. Yeah, you don't get this heat often when you... I've felt the heat like this in Italy before, in San Gimignano, but not often here in Northern Europe. And it's just like, even the wind blowing's hot. Got a puncture. I thought I was getting a bit hard work. And a bloody puncture. First one I've had on these tyres. That's in a long time. And can you hear it? So it might just be enough in there to get enough air to get me home. I've got to fix my tyre. Maybe it's bust from the heat. You probably hear the tyre's totally flat now. Yeah, these tyres have got some sort of protection in there, but if a thorn or a nail goes in, even that protection can't stop it. Some sort of Kevlar. You see the tyre's totally flat, so I'm going to have to do a bike man for you. Have a great day.